Hey, I'm Aja A, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have listed down in the description box, and if you like the video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you have any questions after the video is over, feel free to drop them down below. I try to respond to everyone. And if you all know people interested in astrology, numerology, tarot, or whatever I'm talking about on this channel, go on and send them this link. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And of course, thanks for tuning in and rocking with me. May this info help y'all live your best lives. Peace. Hey y'all, welcome back to SunshinehazeCo. I'm Aja A. I apologize for the delay on y'all's videos, but Mercury retrograde took me out literally in like the last couple days of it. I got locked out of my accounts and my phone. I couldn't upload anything, do anything, so I am sorry, but I'm back. I'm here. These are your monthly messages, your tarot forecast for the month of November. This video is for the Virgos, Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, and Virgo Rising. So before I get started, if you feel like what I'm saying isn't resonating with you, go on and check out your Moon and or Rising sign, which I do have linked down below in the description box, along with hella other videos on the current cosmic energy swirling around for the month of November and some other free readings. With that being said, I also offer personal readings. If you'd like to book one with me, you can do so through my Etsy shop, which is linked down below. I also have hella spiritual wellness tools and divination tools on there, like smudge blends, healing jewelry, natal chart reports and numerology reports, all the things. If you're interested, just go on and click that link. Support a black-owned, black woman-owned business like Sunshine Haze Co. I truly appreciate it. Thank you. This is going to be your typical 4-card spread, looking at it. The overall energy for you for the month of November, any challenges or obstacles that you might be facing this month, because we're dealing with Scorpio energy for most of the month, looking at where you need to bring in some transformation, Virgo. And as always, a quick little soul message, something extra for you to take away with you from this spread, okay? So let's get into it. The first card I've got for you here is knowledge, and this is your overall energy for the month. And so what I get with this card, there's a book on it, so yes, if you want to do some learning, but I'm more so picking up on, you're going to be an open book for yourself. You're going to be learning a lot about yourself during this month, learning a lot about what you need, a lot about what you want, your dreams, your goals, your ambitions. And I do pick up on that. Some of these things may be new to you. And I also, with that card, I get that you're going to be moving into a space where you're going to be making some, I wouldn't necessarily call them changes, but to the people around you or the people that you're most familiar with, you might seem a little different. The best way that I can put it is like, people are gonna be like, oh, you acting funny, or you acting different. But the thing is, that's not what it's gonna be, Virgo. Your energy is evolving right now. To talk very quickly about the numerology with this card, it has 34 on it, which is 3 and 4, which breaks down into 7. The number of truth, divinity, philosophy. And then you've got that 3 there, which is the number of manifestation, and then 4, which is, solidifying your foundation. So Virgo, you're coming into a space, and this makes sense because we are in the season of change. You're coming into this space to where you're shifting your energy, you're shifting your perspective, you're shifting your thoughts, you're shifting the way that you look at life and the way that you do things. And anytime you make changes, people that are stuck in their ways, or situations that are very traditional or that tend to function the same way all the time, they don't necessarily align with the changes that you make, okay? And that doesn't mean that you have to remove yourself from the situation, that you have to cut people off. It's just important that you're being true to yourself during this month, and you're being true to the things that you need during this month, okay? There are going to be some things that are coming up, either by way of meditation, either by way of you trying new things, by way of you meeting new people, but you are going to make some changes. You're going to shift. You're going to start doing things a little bit differently, and it's going to look a lot different for the people who are familiar with the energy that you've been harnessing most recently, and honestly for a while as well. I don't want to stay too much on that card because your message is really here in your 2 middle cards. So the next card that you have coming up in your spread is in your crossing position, your challenges and obstacles, and you've got the Queen of Swords. And I'm going to read this in 2 ways. First and foremost, this is a card of a person that is very knowledgeable, somebody that has done a lot of work, has done their due diligence. They're very patient. They also have a lot of responsibilities, and they're also very traditional, okay? And this is in your crossing position, so what it does tell me is that Very possible that your old habits, they say old habits die hard. It's very possible that the routines and the things that you were used to doing, it's going to be a little difficult for you to break away from them, or a little difficult for you to force yourself into new routines, or to stop having certain habits, or doing certain, or having certain thoughts, or a certain perspective. Okay, this is a crossing energy. As I said, Virgo, you're coming into a space where you're going to be learning a lot about yourself. So as you learn these new things, and y'all are earth, you got earth people are always creatures of habit. Okay, that's not a secret. So when you start learning things about yourself and you start feeling like you want to make changes, your true nature is to go against the change, because you like to be comfortable. You like to be in what it is that you know. I talk about turning these cards into upright positions. Now, you can take your knowledge and you can take the things that you're learning about yourself, right? Right, Virgo. Yes, you can. You can take these things that you're learning about yourself, take the things that are coming up, take the things that are popping out to the surface, and you can incorporate them into your experience, and then use that to to create the path that you're going to walk along, okay? Now, the other message that I wanted to get into, and that's the general message, but I do feel with these cards that family is at the forefront for you during this month, but not in the most positive way. This is a court card. Okay, so it is very possible that you could have a family member, Queen of Swords, somebody that's older, more mature, that has seen a lot and lived a lot of life, been through a lot of experiences, has a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, okay? Queen of Swords, older, more mature, typically more feminine energy, but it doesn't have to be a woman, okay? This could be somebody that's a Libra, an Aquarius, or a Gemini, that as you make changes in your life, as you make moves in your life, as you shift the way that you do things and your views on this world, and probably religion, I am picking up on that, shifting the way you might be coming into like a more spiritual practices, Virgo, as you shift these things, as you move away from your traditions, your familial traditions, you could run into a little bit of conflict with an elder in your family, probably an older aunt, older grandmother, possibly your mother, that is just like, what are you doing? I don't like that. That's not how I raised you. But here's the thing, Virgo. As far as we know, and we all have our beliefs, but as of right now, today, we got one life to live. Drake said it, YOLO, okay? You have one life to live, and you cannot live your life based off of what the people that you love or the people around you think that you should be doing, or feel that you should be, or the way that they feel you should be living your life. You can't do things like that. You will live and lead an unhappy life, and then by the time your life is coming to an end, you'll be sitting there looking back like, damn, I wish I would have did this, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Nobody wants to have their last days contemplating all the things that they wish they could have done, okay? And so prepare. I know that sounds very morbid, but like, prepare for that now. Prepare to live an abundant life. Prepare to live a positive life. Prepare to live a fulfilling life. And you have to do that. And the only way for you to do that is by way of learning yourself, of coming into the knowledge of the things that you want, the things that you need, the things that you desire, right? You have a crossing energy here. This could be a family member, somebody that you're very familiar with, that does not take too kindly to your changes. They might give you a little bit of pushback. And you guys know, and I know I have several different types of viewers, but I am a black woman. We know in black families, when you start to dip and dabble into different religions or into different spiritual practices, you do have them elders looking at you like, what is you doing? That's the devil's work. Baby, you don't do that. But listen, spirituality is something that you come to on your own by yourself. It's not religion, which is why I am more so, I consider myself a spiritual person. I do not consider myself a religious person. I believe religion is just all about rules and constructs and control. Spirituality is actually about divinity and your spirit and your heart and your soul and your mind and your body and progressing to live your best life, as I always say. So even if you have this pushback, and it might not be spirituality that you're shifting towards, you might have been working a 9-to-5 and now you decide you want to have an OnlyFans account, and your mama is like, you finna put your ass on the internet and have people paying you for it? Yes I am. So you do not tell your mama, yes the fuck I am. Don't you do that. I can't save you there. Don't. See, I was giving an example and had to catch myself. Do not, listen. Be respectable of your elders if they're giving you pushback. But, you got one life to live, so figure out what it is that you want to do with it, and then you've got to get into that. And right now, you cannot really focus on what other people are saying or what other people think or how other people are judging you, because, listen, if we go, y'all gonna love me for this one, if we want to keep it real cute, them elders that's like, don't do that, that's the devil's work. Excuse me, Nana, only God can judge me. What can they say to that? You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about what other people think about you right now. Worry about what it is that you want to do and what's going to make you happy. Next card that I have coming up for y'all Virgos in this spread is in the position of what you need to transform in your life. And this is just further confirmation of what I was saying. And this is why I said I feel like this is more of a family spread for most of you, for those of you that are still watching the video this far, because if you're still watching, that resonated with you. You got the Four of Cups. And I typically generally read the Four of Cups as a card of discontent, okay? And so generally speaking, you, Virgo, have probably been living a life to where you've just been going through the motions to make sure that you can pay your bills, you know, seeing the people that you're supposed to see, doing the things that you're supposed to do, but you are not happy. When I read the Four of Cups, I like to tell the story of you have these 4 cups, okay? And you have wine in one, you've got water in another, you got some juice in the other, and I don't know, maybe some hot chocolate because it's getting cold, and some hot chocolate in the other cup. But what you really wanted was some tequila. That's what's gonna satisfy you right now. Not to call you alcoholics, but you just wanted some tequila. You don't want no wine, you don't want no water, you don't want no hot chocolate, and you don't want no juice. You say, listen, I'm trying to get litty this weekend. I'm trying to live my best life. I wanted some tequila. So you have these 4 cups. You have liquid. It's not like you're dehydrated, but that's not what it is that you want. It's not what you need. It's not what you are craving. So with that being said, what do when you have 4 cups and people are looking at you like, be grateful for what it is that you have? Reading between the lines to them. And go get your tequila. Listen, leave them cups there. You can return to them if you decide that you want them. Go see what the tequila. See if you can find you another cup, and see if you can find you some tequila. Live your best life, okay? Now, going back into this family message that I had here, if you look at the imagery on this card, it's a woman. You can see the baby, and there's a thread and a needle, and then there's DNA, chromosomes, right? So what this card symbolizes is that everything that you do is connected to the family, and that whatever pattern you stitch, the thread carries everybody else through it. There's the burden of you're carrying this child, and then you're also carrying all the DNA of all the family members before you and all the family members to come after you. And you're discontent right now. Your energy right now in this position says this is what you need to transform. Virgo, this is not to say that you have to cut your family off. This is sometimes when people get readings and they're tarot readings and they're about their family, and you get told, oh, you've got to lay down the line. They think that means that if they don't adhere, you got to snip on them forever. That is not the case, okay? You don't have to do that. But what you have to do, Virgo, during this month of November is that you have to place your boundaries, and you have to adhere to them. And listen, you really don't have to explain anything. You're grown, but you can give your family the respect of, let me explain to you why this is what I'm doing and why I'm not hearing anything you're telling me about, oh no, you should be living your life this way. This is what I want to do. This is where my heart is. This is what I'm passionate about. This is what I like. This is what makes me happy. You lived your life. You did what made you happy. You probably made mistakes too. If what I'm doing is a mistake, allow me to do that and allow me to learn. You can be respectable. You can have tough conversations with your family without them being emotional, without them blowing up. You just have to articulate and think about how you want to say things. You think about the things that you say before you speak them. This card is also a card of emotional investments that tend to weigh you down sometimes. So you can also tell your family, hey, I have lived a life of these traditions. It's 9/11. That's a number, okay? That breaks down to 11. Enlightenment. So in your process of enlightening yourself, being the open book to yourself, you can also enlighten your family on your growth. And you don't have to get personal into the details. You don't have to tell them, hey, I do yoni steams. You don't have to tell them that, because the next thing you know, Queen of Swords over here is going to be like, oh my gosh, what are you putting on your lady parts? So you ain't got to get personal, give them all the business, but you can tell them, this is the life that I'm leading, this is why, and I would like you to respect it and allow me to live my life, allow me to do what makes me happy, allow me to make mistakes if I'm going to make mistakes, okay? You are always connected. Your bloodline connects you, your DNA connects you, your ancestry connects you, your spirit connects you, okay? Your family are not only biologically related to, in my belief system, I believe our souls pick our families before we come here. So you are connected to these people through the end of this time, through all times, and the times before, okay? And your soul develops in this life. You're going to develop, and you need to live the life that makes you happy. So you have to be strong in your boundaries and not allow your family to sway you in the things that they think you should be doing. You need to do the things that you know your heart, mind, and spirit is calling you to. Last card, Virgo, you got the Mountain. And this is just further confirming what I was saying about being strong and firm in your boundaries. The thing with family is family has a sense of entitlement. They always will, they always have, and they always do. It is what it is. I'm the same way with my family. My family is the same way with me. I have expectations of them, and when they don't meet my expectations, I feel away, and I feel that I'm entitled to tell them, no, you're expected to do this, so you need to do this because that's how I feel you should be living your life. We're all guilty of it because we have these connections to these people, so we feel that we can tell them what they need to be doing because we love them and we believe we know what's best. That's what it is. It typically always comes from a place of love. But the thing is, only you know what's best for you. So when you lay your boundaries, and your family will overstep them. They will not. I'm not going to lie to you. They will, because it's family. When you lay your boundaries, you just have to call them out on it. Call them out on it and lay them down again. And you're going to have to do it a couple of times. You are going to have to put your foot down with this Mountain card. You're going to have the strength to stand firm in the things that you want to see play out in your life. And listen, anytime people make changes in their family, anytime a family member makes some sort of drastic change or some sort of spiritual change or some sort of physical change, listen, everybody in the family talks about it. They talk about it for a little bit, and then somebody else goes to do something, and then they are off of you, and then the next time they see you at the holidays, they are talking to you about the change that they were so adamantly against, about how they love this change that you made. So listen, Virgo, don't sweat during November. Don't trip. Don't even give your energy to being upset or hurt or mad about the things that your family is saying. Give your energy to, okay, I hear you. Now hear me. This is what it is. I love you, but this is what it is, okay? So please do not do that again. And they're going to do it again. And then you just keep doing it, and they eventually get the picture. And it doesn't justify them being hard-headed, but that's how it goes. We all know that's how it is. So, just stand firm in your foundations and in your changes and in your passions, okay? Your family they'll come to accept whatever changes you're making in your life. And what can they do about it? But talk your ear off. You feel me? That's your spread, Virgo. I hope that it found you well. As I mentioned earlier, I do offer personal readings. I actually offer a couple of readings specifically geared towards family issues, family stuff, and ancestry. So if you are interested, if this really spoke to you and you'd like a little more insight, please book one with me. I would be more than happy to provide you with some insight, okay? Like I said, I hope that reading found you well. November might be a month for you, but we're in the season of change. It has to start somewhere, all right? So, buckle down, Virgo down, tap into your earth energy and do your thing. And thank you guys for watching. I will catch y'all next time. Peace.